Hey guys, it's your boy Mark. I am out in Douglasville today. A little bit of a rainy day, but I love to do these drive-through tours for you because this is the opportunity when you get into phase one, like pre-sales, where you are literally saving tens of thousands of dollars. So very familiar with this area. As you know, GreatHomesATL is based out of Douglasville. So we're very, very familiar with Douglas County. What I'm really excited about this one is the price point. So you're going to have access to ranches, 2-story homes. There's going to be 156 home sites. 13 of them will be basement lots. And get this, the prices are going to be starting from like the 330s on up. And usually when it's like 330s on up and it is that type of price point, you typically have a situation where you basically could only choose from what the builder decided to put into it. Not on these. You're actually going to have access, to be able to pick out your elevations, your brick, stone colors, hardy plank, which is that concrete siding, what color you paint it, as long as it's not the same exact one as like the houses on either side of you or directly across from you. That's typically where how they do it. But if you wanted standalone showers, or if you want, choices of like 10, 15, 20 different cabinet colors, you want to go all the way to the top, you want to go, 46 inches, 36-inch cabinets, whatever the case may be, whatever flooring you want to put in. So you'll be able to, control the cost. So if you want to stay in the 300s, or you're like, I want to blow it out. I don't want to do an inch of carpet in this house. I want to do, quartz throughout. You'll be able to control that. Let me just go around this pole here, or this thing in the middle of the road. As you can see, they're getting like the fiber optics, all the, they're going to be underground utilities. So you won't be seeing like, the street above ground wires, which is nice. Those are the boxes right there. And the exciting thing is you'll be able to utilize their preferred lender on this, so you'll be able to get some help with closing costs. How they typically do it from experience, because I have another client that is building right now in Austell. If you're building from the ground up, I would say expect to get anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000. You may be able to get some more depending on their grand opening specials. Sometimes they'll give you like added credits for like the design and stuff like that. But at this price point, say they give you $15,000, I mean, that's most likely going to cover all your closing costs. And how they do it with standing inventory, that's houses that can close typically in like 60 days or less, which wouldn't be in this type of situation. You can see there's another street going in there. And as we continue to drive down, but typically how it works, just to give you some education for, I've been doing this since 2003. So I've built so many relationships and know how this works. Typically, the homes that have already been built, 60 days or less, they're looking for a buyer. That's when you get some additional rate buy downs. But you can use that. Say you're fine with your closing costs and down payment, and you want to use that $15,000 or $20,000 or $10,000, whatever they give you, to buy down your interest rate. You can do that as well. Again, I mentioned there's going to be 156 homes. There's also going to be a pool, cabana, sidewalks, and a playground. Let's see, let me go around this corner here, just drive down a little. I won't go down too far because you can see they're putting in the streets, but you can see that, I don't want to block this off, but there is going to be homes all the way back there to all those wooded lots as well. So you can see there's a lot of wooded lots. So what I want you guys to do for this one is, I still want you to get pre-approved through our lender, right? Because I also want you to compare. If the rates are higher or something like that, it may be worth, just taking a lender credit that our lender can do, or maybe sometimes they could kind of match. But I need to know, like, yes, your credit is good, you are comfortable with a price point. He could give you an estimate of what your payment would be. At that price point, if it's 3s, you end up going to get a basement lot and it ends up being like low to mid 4s or something like that. Make sure you're comfortable with it. We got to make sure you're qualified, right? Then after you do that, we're going to have a consultation where you get to be able to meet myself and Kurt, and we will talk about whether it's this community or any community in Greater Atlanta. But if you have specifics on this community that you're interested in, again, they're gonna have ranch and all the way up to basement homes. So they're probably going to be anywhere from 3 to 5 bedroom. And again, with the amenities, pool, clubhouse, kind of cabana thing, and playground. And what I love about this location too of Douglasville is as you're heading towards one way, towards the expressway, which will probably be about, from this location, I would say about 7 minutes, which then you jump on to get to, you'll pass 285. So if you need to go to your Smyrna's, Vinings, the Battery where the Braves play, you can go, jump on the way, or you can continue straight down I-20 to get to downtown Atlanta, midtown Atlanta. I would say from this location, I would say give yourself about 40 minutes, probably to the airport. It'll take you about 35 minutes. And as you pass there, you'll pass grocery stores. So you'll have your access to Kroger's. You'll have your access, if you want to drive down a little further, to Publix, Food Depot, stuff, so you have your, everyday needs there. Dry cleaners, stuff like that. Also on your way, you'll pass a CVS, a Walgreens, your Dunkin' Donuts. So if you're, driving to Atlanta to work in the morning, you'll have access to that. Pizza Hut. You continue to drive down, you'll run into more shopping, the Lionsgate movie studios where movies are produced and made down there. A new area called the Trails that's going to be mixed use. So you have everything like within, I would say, 15-20 minute radius. Some stuff literally 5-6 minutes away. Now, if you turn the other way, you'll go towards Dallas, Hiram, and you'll have access to a bunch of shopping there, to Target, Walmart, Kohl's, Home Goods. What else is down there? Ultra Beauty, those type of things. Now, also, if you went straight across to across from where you're going to connect at a street light, you'll head towards Powder Springs, which will run into like Austell, Mableton as well. If you took a right out of here, you'll start heading towards like Villa Rica. So what I like about it is you truly could be to Atlanta within 40 minutes. You could be your everyday needs, which is what you need in a house, right? Your grocery stores, your pharmacies. It's like you're not going to be inconvenienced at all. Now, I always tell you guys this too. When you can get into a first phase, there's going to be 156 homes in here. So you could imagine if these are starting in the 330s on up, you can imagine when they get to house 30, then when they get to house 60, then when they get to house 100, right? You're no longer looking at probably 300s anymore. So when you can get in, get the incentives, get the grand opening pricing, the great thing with this builder too, our services will be completely free to you because the builder will pay all of our fees. So you don't have to spend additional thousands of dollars to have us represent you. We'll be able to help you. And if you want us to be a part of, your selections of the lots, what we think, would be good. If you need some help at design, we could help you with that. Of course, we'll be with you every step of the way. Referrals for private home inspectors, pre-drywall walks, final walks. When you're making an investment like this, guys, you don't want to do it alone. And of course, with our services now being free for something like this, we will definitely, be able to take away a lot of that stress and worry. What we always say is know your numbers up front. You're right. If you're comfortable with, say the payment is $2,400 or $2,800, right? Or $3,000. That's the most important thing. Like, it, you qualify for it. You're not struggling because you know your numbers. You submitted your employer information or your 1099s if you're self-employed. It's just a matter of, obviously, your credit score would qualify. So, making sure you're not putting any huge debt on your credit between now and closing. And then you'll have me to be able to drive by, also because I live in Douglasville, to be able to drive by and be able to, oh, my phone's ringing, let me stop that, to, you know, check in on the progress for you if you're out of state or not in this area. And I could do home tours for you as the house is being built, so you could have memories for years to come. So again, guys, great location in Douglasville. About, like I said, 7 minutes to the expressway with a lot of stuff on the way. Healthcare, you have a hospital also about 7 minutes away in both directions. If you wanted to go down to Wellstar in Paulding County, or Wellstar here in Douglas County. And of course, getting to Atlanta and the airport, really easy, and a lot of economic development coming to the area. You want to get on the list, you want to be one of our VIPs, just please send me a DM and hit book pre-approval so that we know your numbers. We'll talk about it on the Zoom consultation. I'll have all the information for the preferred lender. We'll try to get you any grand opening incentives that we can. And again, ranch, 2-story, and only 13 basement homes. Let's get into it. Let's secure your home. Let's watch it get built. Let's pick out your selections, which is amazing at this price point. And we will talk to you guys soon. Make it a great day.